Come in. Martin, my friend Martin Guitar, and I were looking out the window of our kitchen, across Utah Valley and up into the mountains, the Blue Mountains silhouetted, up by Eureka, little town up there. Name comes from the sound that prospectors make when they hit the pay dirt. And as the saying goes, there is gold in them thar hills, as well as silver and lead. And Martin was reminded of this. That's a melody for that my friend Dick Davis wrote years ago for the 23rd Psalm. The one that goes, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures." I said to him, "Martin, I know where you're coming from and where you're going, but maybe these folks don't." Martin and I have been together for so many years, it doesn't take much to get us on the same wavelength. But Martin was referring to the mines up there, and particularly to a man named Jesse Knight, famous and legendary, I suppose, in this country. He went up there prospecting, and he was looking in a place nobody else would. Matter of fact, they said his idea was, it was, shall we say, stupid. Yeah. It was humbug was the word they'd used in those years. And so when he struck it, he called it the Humbug Mine. And the Humbug Mine made him wealthy. Silver, and lead, and some gold. It was a very rich mine. For a while, it poured out stuff like the Nevada silver and even like the gold in California. Made him a rich man. But even though this was a rich vein, just glittering, you didn't exactly pick it up and go to the store with it, no. They had to mine 2 tons of rock to extract less than 2 ounces, fewer than 2 ounces of the pure stuff. That sounds like a lot of rock for a little bit of treasure. But it's a pretty good ratio, actually, in mining. You can make money with that. At least he did, a lot of money. And in some ways, it's kind of like that for us. The things, the treasures that we look for, not necessarily in prospecting, but in our lives, it takes quite a bit to get those. How many whacks and taps with the mallet on the chisel did it take for Michelangelo to create those marvelous statues he made? How many strokes with the brush did it take Leonardo da Vinci to paint his immortal, beautiful picture of the Last Supper? How many rewrites and how many scribble outs before Leo Tolstoy had written the War and Peace, that big, big book he wrote? How many rehearsals for Shakespeare to get Hamlet on the stage? It takes time and a lot of effort. Not just in the arts. How about those precious moments in life? We all have some of those. I was talking to my friend Frank Santiago, and he had one for sure. His son was playing, their high school team was playing for the state championship, and they were behind. It was the last second, and his son Brian grabbed the ball and shot from mid-court and swished it through the net and won that game. What a moment! And some of Frank's friend said to him, that boy of yours, he's got a natural shot, just smooth as silk, just comes natural to him. Frank told me, yeah, natural. 4 years while he played high school ball, every morning up at 6 o'clock. He got me up, and we went out to shoot. And I threw that ball back to him over and over again until he decided that until he had made 600 of those shots, we were not going to stop. 4 years. I figured it 5 days a week. Might have been 6, not on Sunday. Frank wouldn't have taken him out on Sunday. But even at 5 days a week, I did the math. Here's what I got. 624,000 shots. That's how you get a natural, inherited, easy shot. Yeah. It takes a lot. Takes a lot. Now, most of us are not going to be involved in that. We're not going to be writing an immortal movie or a play or hitting the last second shot. But what about the most precious thing we could have in this life? How about that? What does that take? I have a story. I always have a story. This is a true story of a man from southern Utah, small town there, went off to seek his fortune and made it good, made big in the theater. He was a very good actor. Well, one time when he was back home, he told his friends and neighbors if they would like to gather, he'd be happy to recite some literature for them, poems and things from plays and stuff. And so they were pleased to come, and they were well rewarded. He was extremely good. Very smooth. His interpretations just very moving. Well, at the end, he closed with the 23rd Psalm, and he did it beautifully. Then he looked over, and there was his bishop when he was growing up in this town. And in those days, you were bishop for a long time, decades. And this is the man who had taught him as he grew up. He said, "Bishop, would you mind coming and giving the 23rd Psalm?" And the bishop said, "No, I can do that." He came up, did it from memory, and it wasn't polished. It wasn't eloquent. He was not a trained deliverer. But when he finished, there was no applause. There was silence and some tears rolling down some cheeks. And the actor stood and proclaimed, "Bishop, I know the 23rd Psalm, but you know the shepherd." That took a lifetime for this bishop to cast off and work through what we all do, the sins, the temptations, the bad feelings, the envying, the strife, whatever comes with this life. He had succeeded in making piles of residue for them, and out of it had come pure gold. We are all like that. And it is our responsibility to take these problems and purge ourselves of them, that we may shine pure as gold. May it so be with all of us. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord